My name is J.C. Hawks. I'm a retired Marine gunnery sergeant and a former Marine special agent with the Naval Criminal Investigative Service. I was assigned to a missing person investigation to locate Holly Lynn Wymonk.
Holly just kind of disappeared without a trace, did not show up for work. No one was sure about her whereabouts. The search for her started at that point.
I tried to call her, and when she wasn't answering the phone for me, like I knew something was wrong because she's gonna answer the phone for me. Holly was such a loving person. When she walked in the room, you knew, okay, this is a good person. You just could feel that energy coming from her.
Holly was a 24-year-old young lady. She was married to an active duty Marine.
John Wymonk was a Marine stationed at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina.
When we first met, Holly used to say, I want to be a pediatric nurse. And then somewhere along the way, she was like, I'm going to the Army. I can help more people being a military nurse.
When it involves people in uniform, it brings more attention. We had national media in Fayetteville through most of the summer.
I was in the office on a Friday. It was in the evening. My boss came in and asked what I had going on. I said, not much, I'm just working on some reports. He said, listen, man, I need you in Fayetteville. We've got a missing girl there. There's some suspicious circumstances. So I made a call to my wife and headed to Fayetteville as quick as I could.
So July 9th, 2008, I worked, came home that evening and had a voicemail from Holly asking me to give her a call back. I was just too exhausted after the end of a 12-hour shift, and I fell straight asleep. When I woke up, I had multiple messages, and I called one of them back, and they asked me again, is Holly with you at your apartment? And at first I was like, well, what's going on?
A close friend of hers and co-worker decided that she needed to go to Holly's apartment immediately because she thought something was wrong.
When they get there, they notice as they're looking in the windows that there is smoke damage, and they smell some fumes. It smells like gasoline, smells like smoke there at the apartment, and they notice what looks to be an intentionally set fire. They're obviously very concerned. They don't see Holly. They call 911 at that point.
I had a chance to tour the entire area, went into Holly's room. I immediately saw on the ground a large, deliberately removed piece of carpeting. You got the sense immediately that something very bad had happened inside that apartment.
What they did not find is Holly. There was no sign or trace of her at that point.
Tonight we have an update on a Fort Bragg soldier missing for days.
The summer of 2008 was a very busy time for the homicide team. We had two service members go missing. We had Megan Tuma, who was a United States Army active duty person who was actually found deceased in a hotel bathroom.
And that murder at that point was unsolved. A person claiming to be inspired by the Zodiac killer from decades ago in California started writing letters to law enforcement and to the Fayetteville Observer, and it just kind of had a lot of people nervous and on edge. There was a heightened sense of awareness and urgency that when someone doesn't show up for work, go look for them because it could be the worst.
The NCIS mission is global.
We're on aircraft carriers, we're in foreign ports.
We watch after each other, we take care of each other.
NCIS deal with every type of crime: cyber, fraud, murder.
General crimes, counterintelligence, counterterrorism.
Every crime is a tragedy. Involves sisters, brothers, husbands.
That's the only way to find the truth.
We live in dangerous times, and we're never going to give up.
NCIS, the cases they can't forget.